The day everything changed for me. People often ask me why I am so obsessed with creating freedom. Why I invested so heavily in education. Why I started investing. Why I eventually left my IT career. And honestly, it wasn't because of money. It was because of one day which I'll never forget. Back in 2015, my daughter Amaya was still very young. Like many parents, we had childcare arrangements because both my wife and I were working. One morning, Amaya wasn't well. She was crying. She didn't wanted to go to childcare. She wanted to stay home. She wanted to rest. She wanted her parents. But I was running late for work. I remember trying to get her ready, trying to comfort her, trying to do what I thought I was supposed to do. And something inside me broke because I started thinking about my own childhood. When I was sick, my mom would sit next to me for hours, sometimes the entire night, sometimes all day. She was there. And suddenly I realized I couldn't do the same thing for my own daughter. Not because I didn't want it to, because I felt I did not have a choice. I still had to go to work. I still had responsibilities. I still had a train to catch. I remember dropping her and feeling absolutely terrible. I was emotional, I was upset, I was actually crying. I called my wife. She was already at work. And I remember saying, I don't like this. I don't like this life. I don't like the way I had to drop Amaya today. And my wife said something that changed everything. She said, if you don't like it, then go and change it. Then she said, I'm at work, I need to go. And she hung up. Not because she didn't care, because she was in exactly the same situation. She didn't have the freedom either, and I remember sitting there in silence, thinking she was right. Nobody was coming to save us. Nobody was going to create freedom for us. Nobody was going to create options for us. If our life was going to change, we had to change it. Fortunately, around that same time, I started learning about property investing. I was being exposed to different ideas, different possibilities, and from that moment on, quitting was never an option. Giving up was never an option because this was bigger than property. This was bigger than money. I wasn't trying to buy houses. I was trying to buy back control of my life. I was trying to create a future where my family did not always come second to work. And when I look back now, I realized that morning changed everything. My investing journey, my business journey, my family future, everything started there with one little girl who simply wanted her dad to stay home.